He was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line.
Smith on the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's able to find Diggs.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
And the Vikings first down.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 2nd down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Zadarius Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Williams loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here go 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott to throw this time. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You got it. You got it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check, check. Get the ball.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 30, 10. And the Packers are in for the score. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Prescott. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 27, Rodgers. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me. Joseph on the tackle.
With 18. Inside.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check 55.
Look at you.
Check 55 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He's going to take a shot right away for the... And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Dexter Williams with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott yet again. Wide open receiver complete. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Equanimeous St. Brown. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's going to let this. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check tight. Check tight. Exit. 54.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded at the 2. And he spins through. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Throwing. Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers will set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Prescott now. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to back.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a
teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. And complete right side to Cook. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, Prescott. Now, yes, oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. It's complete. Abdullah. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play. First down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Forced out to his left, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments.
Advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Turner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Now, was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On second down, it's Cook, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Zadarius Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. To throw is Prescott. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.